Guys, you remember the other day I got a box from Finch Knives? Well, we're cracking into it soon because I couldn't help but put this in my pocket. We're going to look at one of their cooler knives, the Stinger. So let's turn us around and take a look at it from above. Guys, like I said in the intro, this is that Finch Stinger that Finch Knife Co. sent me, and this is absolutely awesome. Now, I just recently had the Finch Reciprocity on the channel, and that came from Jared, and I loved it, and I'm on the fence. I love them both equally. I like the Wharncliffe, but this is a very, very good knife. So this is done in 154 cm. Stainless. It is a frame lock with the wood scales, and it's got the glow in the dark shield just like most of the Finch knives. I was going to say all, but now I do know that there's a couple that don't. This thing has been incredible in pocket today. So it is 8:56 in the morning right now, and I've been up since about 4 working on stuff because I do have a new channel, Redneck News Network. It's a comedy channel. If you guys want to check it out, that's fine. I'll put a link to it. But so I've been carrying this around. I've been goofing around with it, messing with it. I had some cardboard to cut up because it's recycling day. And this has done really well. All of the Finch knives have come incredibly sharp. So let's take a look at it. I wanted to get this filmed before I scratched the satin up too much. So this has a hand satin. You can see hand satin blade that's done in it's like a drop point, but this is a very pronounced drop on this blade that comes down to a super, super piercing tip. Nice jimping on the backside of this blade so you can get up on it and really power down in the cut. This thing cuts really, really well. They have got on the flipper tab, just like a lot of their other knives, in lieu of an actual finger choil, they've got an area here where you can get up on that flipper tab, use it like a finger choil, and I don't feel like that's unsafe. On some knives, it doesn't feel like that's something I want to do. It feels really good to be able to do that. They have got this down to, it's not as thin as the Reciprocity. I'm not gonna lie, it's not as thin behind the edge, but they've got a very good edge on it. So the transition comes back really well. Nice taper on this distal taper from here to here gives you this piercing tip. The shape of the blade is great because you can get way up on it, like here, a lot like a Wharncliffe. So this is kind of like in between a Wharncliffe and a drop point because it's so slightly radius that the little bit of belly that's on it doesn't detract from your ability to cut all the way to the front. You don't slip off. So you can get way up on this and utilize that tip for cutting through stuff. You can get your finger on it and limit your amount of penetration that you're getting. And then you've got these beautiful handles. The action on this, I put a drop of KPL heavy on the detent, and it went from being, oh, that's really smooth, to holy crap, this is super, super smooth. Then you've got these handles that are just done beautifully. Their work with wood and steel is great. So they've finished this with a satin, but the lines on this, you can see where it just nothing even, there's just almost no line on that transition. Over here, you have a little bit of a line where the lock bar drops in, but you still have that beautiful satin on these bolsters. So this I would consider this a bolster lock. Access to the lock bar is just incredible. Pocket clip, in and out of pocket, is great. And the pocket clip is super comfortable. It just disappears. It just melts in your hand. And then, like I was saying, the overall lines of the knife, just gorgeous. And it's got a good feel to it. It's not heavy, but it's heavier than you expect, I would say. It's not that the knife is all heavy, it's heavier than you expect. It has a beefiness to it that just feels perfect. The weight distribution and weight on it is perfect because the only weight reduction has been where they cut out for the wood inlays, the wood overlays for the bolster, to give it the bolstered look. So all their knives are just beautiful. I absolutely love this. Now I do have a couple little things that I will say about it that are on these, and they're 100% me things. The negative things are me things. So let's turn that around and I'll tell you about those right after you hear from a video sponsor. Guys, nothing sucks worse than breaking a set of shoelaces. I mean, that's why when I was in the military, I always kept multiple sets of shoelaces in my locker because if you break one, you gotta replace them. Well, there's an option.
There is a company called Tempered Trail that is offering almost indestructible laces at affordable prices. You can see they have a wide selection scrolling up here. Huge selection of colors and types that you can look at and pick. You pick your length, you pick your color style. Go check them out. My buddy Nathan has been kind enough to offer you guys a discount when you check out with my coupon code crazysharp or with the link down below in the description. So thanks for sponsoring us, Nathan. He's a great guy. Let's turn this around and get back to the knives.
All right, that took longer for me to come back than I thought it would. Had to take the kid to ice skating, so it's been about an hour. What I was going to say on the back side of this is there's a couple little negative things. First of all, this is thinner than the reciprocity. Even though I love this a lot, this is a lot thinner than the reciprocity, and I don't feel I have as secure a grip. I don't feel like I have as secure a grip on it as I did on that one because it tapers down a little bit more. So it just kind of feels a little bit less secure. It's not bad. I'm not saying like it's just going to fly on my hand. The other thing, with it being a little bit skinnier, it feels a little slippery. We've had a lot of rain here in San Diego. I was carrying this and it felt a little slick at first, but as the wood would get wet, it kind of expands a little bit. Wood is a natural material, so you get some expansion. So it's not horrible. There's a little bit of a edge right there. And I know you can't avoid that, but the way this knife sits in my hand, I can feel it. And if you were doing and if you had softer hands than me and you were doing a good bit of cutting, you may rub right there on that and it might become an irritating point. But if you knock that edge off, you detract from how it marries up when it's closed. And then the last thing, the jimping on this one's a little softer than some of the other. It's not horrible. You've got some jimping there, but it's not as aggressive as some of the other jimping. And in all honesty, on this knife, I would have loved it if it didn't have the jimping. I think it would have looked cleaner because this is a very clean, very nice looking knife. And then you've got that little bit of jimping there that just kind of breaks up the lines. And like I said, those are all just me things. There's nothing wrong with this knife. This is an incredible knife. I'll put a purchase link if I can find one down below in the description. So is it a yup or not? On this first day, I absolutely love this. This is a yup. I love all the Finch stuff. They sent me 3 knives. And so now I have my own buffalo tooth. So they've been awesome. Like unsolicited, they asked me if I wanted to get some knives. So great folks to work with. Guys, let's turn this around, do some final thoughts and send you out about your day.
Guys, I don't know if you can tell by my voice and in the video, I'm sick. So hopefully this doesn't sound too bad. I apologize. So yeah, guys, this thing is awesome. I absolutely love this. This has been in my pocket all day today. We've had to break up filming throughout the day because it's a busy day with my daughter and figure skating and stuff going on with dog and vet appointments. But it's now early in the evening and this thing has done so well. I've done a bunch more cutting than I had in the body of the video. And it just performs really well. 154 cm on this is done really well. So not to make this video any longer, you guys know what to do. I threw an ad in. I do have sponsors, Coffee Brand Coffee, Tempered Trail. They are down there. They have discounts built in. There's also Dull Strong Knives. They all sponsor the channel. Coffee Brand Coffee and Tempered Trail have a discount, 10% discount built in. You don't even have to use a coupon code. There's membership stuff where you can pick a tier. I do giveaways. I have exclusive content. I have a private Discord. And there's a premium tier sharpening tutorial series. I have a bunch of affiliate links down below where you can buy knives and do all that shopping there. Just use those links. Doesn't cost you anything. It supports the channel. Amazon store. Take that, pin it to your browser. Use it for any Amazon shopping you're going to do. And there is a public Discord down below. It says join the community. Check that out. We have a lot of fun on both the Discords. Guys, that's it on this one. I love y'all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I'll see you in the next video.